Have you ever wondered if ancient wisdom can align with modern philosophies? Today, let's explore an intriguing intersection: Gautam Buddha's teachings and the law of attraction. Gautam Buddha focused on ending suffering and achieving nirvana, a state of ultimate peace. Meanwhile, the law of attraction tells us that our thoughts and feelings can shape our reality. At first glance, they seem pretty different, right? But let's dig a little deeper. Consider the power of the mind. Buddha famously said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." This sounds a lot like the law of attraction's idea that like attracts like. Both suggest that our mental state significantly influences our life experiences. If we think positively, we attract positive outcomes. But if we dwell on negativity, guess what? More negativity comes our way. Now, think about how both philosophies stress the importance of a positive mindset. In Buddhism, right thinking is part of the Noble Eightfold Path. It's about thinking in ways that promote peace and compassion, free from ill will and cruelty. Similarly, the law of attraction urges us to keep our thoughts positive, to attract positive outcomes. So, in both cases, cultivating a positive mindset is key. But here's where it gets really interesting: how they deal with desires. Buddha taught that attachment to desires is the root cause of suffering. His path to enlightenment involves letting go of these cravings. On the flip side, the law of attraction tells us to focus on and cultivate our desires to bring them into reality. So, while both recognize the power of desires, they offer different ways to handle them. Buddha advises us to transcend our desires to achieve peace, while the law of attraction encourages us to embrace and visualize our desires to manifest them. Another fascinating aspect is the emphasis on ethical living and compassion. Buddha's teachings are strongly grounded in principles of ethics and compassion. Concepts like right livelihood, right action, and right speech are central to his philosophy, encouraging a life of ethical behavior and empathy towards all beings. While the law of attraction can also be practiced in an ethical manner, it often emphasizes personal desires, which might sometimes overshadow broader ethical considerations. Buddha's approach ensures that our path towards personal and spiritual growth is intertwined with compassion and respect for others. Let's also talk about meditation and mindfulness. Both philosophies advocate for practices that help focus the mind. Buddha taught various forms of meditation to develop mindfulness, insight, and compassion. The law of attraction also recommends meditation and visualization techniques to focus on desires and cultivate positive energy. While the goals might differ, the underlying practice of focusing the mind and developing awareness is a shared principle. Finally, there's the concept of non-attachment. Buddha's teaching on non-attachment is crucial for reducing suffering and achieving enlightenment. By letting go of attachments, we free ourselves from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Interestingly, while the law of attraction might seem to promote attachment to outcomes, it also teaches the importance of letting go and trusting the process. This aspect of letting go aligns with Buddha's teachings, suggesting that while we can desire and work towards our goals, we shouldn't be overly attached to the outcomes. In essence, while Buddha's teachings and the law of attraction share some common ideas about the power of the mind and the benefits of a positive mindset, they ultimately aim for different goals. Buddha's teachings guide us towards spiritual liberation and inner peace through non-attachment and mindfulness. The law of attraction focuses on achieving personal desires through the power of positive thought. Understanding these philosophies can give us a deeper insight into how we shape our lives and minds. It shows us that while we can harness the power of our thoughts to create a better reality, true peace and happiness might come from transcending our desires and living ethically and compassionately. What do you think? Can we find a balance between these two approaches? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Guru channel. Let's keep exploring the world's greatest teachings together.